Okay, perfect. Cool. All right. Well, I can definitely hear us, so I fixed the sound issue. Um,
Ye-
so, uh, so now let's kind of catch everyone up on, while we're waiting for the tournament to begin, what everyone might, what we did this week. Johnny and I went to Toledo to go see Jeff Dunham, and he still has a sore throat. I like mine's kind of tapering off.
Yeah, my voice is still not fully recovered right now, so I'm going through that, but it was a blast. Apart from that old lady who fell.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there was an old lady that fell right by right by Johnny's seat. Um, but uh, like and she took quite a tumble. So yeah, so we do hope that we do hope for the best for her, that she's hopefully feeling better at some point. So but yeah, Will and I are at the TK tournament here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, um, at the Seminary. Um, yeah. So Will, do you want to talk us through what's going on right now?
Yeah, so it's mostly people just walking in. It's still pretty early in the day, so right now it's mostly just students from legacy martial arts that are here. And it is expected to see a lot of legacy students because this is here in Fort Wayne and that's where this karate school resides. So we're probably expecting to see some of the out of town schools that's also part of the TKA coming later in the day. But as of right now, it's just mostly people just getting ready for the tournament and everyone's getting situated where they need to be situated. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, and actually, what's funny is that Mr. Kuhn actually asked me, well, actually asked both of us, me and Johnny, what when are we gonna try out for for karate? I didn't really have a good answer, but Johnny did.
Yeah, so I'm mostly a gym rat, so I don't do like karate, obviously. I mean, I got guns, so I'm not into like karate or like the aspect of it, just 'cause I don't like hurting people. I'm more the person that would feel bad to do it and then say sorry, maybe go out for like a snow cone or something.
Yeah. Also, to
Yeah.
comment on the whole gun thing, like you could have the biggest gun ever, but if you don't know how to shoot it, then what's the purpose of it?
Well,
That's
no,
yeah.
well, well, no, like he's talking about like
Yeah, I know.
his
That's the point. You can
yeah.
apply that to same like you could have you can know how to like you could have the biggest arms, but if you don't know how to punch, then what's the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen people that have you ever seen like arm wrestlers how they beat like bodybuilders in arm wrestling contests
Yeah.
even though they have smaller arms, it's not about the size in the arm, it's just the strength in the arm.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I like to approach martial arts. It's like it's not about the external force, it's the internal force that drives the external force.
Yeah.
Because like for example, like if you watch me do this and you see me throw a punch like this, see if you can tell the difference between this and this. What was the difference?
Uh,
One extended, the other was more of an elbow.
Yeah, so one of them technically was sloppy, the other was straight on. Yeah,
I tried my best.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I will say yeah, that he definitely does try his best. Um, but
yeah. I guess I will say like if you're never interested in like just signing up for karate itself. Like, but if you do want like any like tips or pointers of just the basics, I'd be more than happy to do that because I used to teach. I was sort of on the second tier when it came to teaching people. Like there's like people that I look up to as my instructors. So that sort of deal. That's why I say I'm a second tier, but then there's the first tier, and the first tier are the guys who have been teaching for decades. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're the ones to really look up to in the instructor side of things.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we, uh, but yeah, we really appreciate the TKA and Mr. Kuhn for allowing us to come out here and to do a podcast, especially when we are just about to launch a Kickstarter, for our radio station, which we're going to be announcing live on stage, during the Disability Expo. Kane's gonna be there, Will's gonna be there, Johnny, I assume is gonna be there. Aaron and Andrew.
Yeah, you're gonna need your cameraman there.
Yeah, exactly. You're my cameraman, and my, and my handyman, my handyman. So, yeah, yeah. Which, um, which honestly we might be doing for next week. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, so it's not next.
Hi, Mama.
It's not next week, and it's going to be in 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and yes, hi, Mama, the best Mama. Well, sorry. I mean, yes. Aw, she she loves your guns. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, and make sure that you check out the Spectrum 23.9 Facebook page. At 11:30 on May 9th, that's where we'll also announce it. So we're gonna announce it like, on Facebook Live, on stage and everything and everywhere else. So we're excited for it. Um, you know, so yeah, so make sure you bookmark the Spectrum 23.9 .com in your in your bookmarks tab. I actually learned something crazy yesterday during breakfast. Which again, I apologize for not invite like for not invite or for not inviting you, but Tony, who is our engine, is going to be our engineer. Excuse me. He recommended that when we're like promoting our station to not put the point in it. So it's like the Spectrum 23.9. Um, so yeah, yeah. So uh, so that's definitely something that'll be kind of changing in the future as well. Is we'll be is will be promoting it, as a dash. So we got 45 minutes until until the TKA tournament just starts to get take off, because at 9:30 is the black belt meeting.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a common thing that we do at every TK tournament. It's basically just explaining the rules and expectations from us black belts, because we're the ones with the highest responsibility at these tournaments, because we're also helping run it as much as the owners are, because we're the ones that also help judge all of the other divisions. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. So we're broadcasting live on Facebook. For this incredible day. Um, so also I wanted to promote Johnny and Aaron's podcast, Flow. Which is also on Facebook Live Tuesday nights. Six. Well, it's supposed to be from 6:30, but Aaron has a habit of running late. So.
Mhm.
And we now introduce the new part of the flow into the car flow. So that's with me and Aaron and maybe even John, or even if he wants to hop on and where other guests can up here, maybe even we can bring Kaden on and talk about Magic. Because Aaron does have some Magic cards, so we can mix that into like my Pokemon cards, and we can bring John and Kaden and all that, and then the other one, the original flow with Tanner.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, and this is kind of like the whole point of our Spectrum broadcasting team, is that we have obviously you know Will and I and Johnny on Amplified Voices, and now we got Aaron and Aaron and Johnny and Tanner collectively, a part of Flow. Um, so so it's always a great thing, when we self advocate for each other, and all that stuff. Um, so, but yeah, so if you guys don't know where we are 6600 North Clinton Street, the Concordia Seminary. We are at the inside the or downstairs in the gymnasium area, um, and so yeah. Now, unfortunately, I had to take off. When Will gets called to his black belt meeting. But I wanted to be a part of this, and so did Johnny. To support Will in this capacity. Um, you know, uh, because it's Fort Wayne, we're local, and we have to support each other, right? So, uh, yeah. Um, yeah. So, uh, now, uh, obviously, Will always asks me for my opinion on what I'm seeing, but Johnny, I'm gonna hand the mic to you, and you let us know, like, kind of like what is your thoughts on what you're seeing over here?
Well, so far all I'm seeing is practicing, warming up, getting ready. And also, can we give a big shout out and support for Will to do good on his tournaments?
I guess this could lead to this topic, and that is, do you either of you have any questions in regards to how the TKA and all that works? Because obviously, you two, I guess, could be considered spectators, and then there's the competitors, and then the judges. I can be sort of labeled as a competitor and a judge, so you could ask me questions that probably not a lot of other people want to ask because everyone's just busy to ask. So if you have anything you want to ask me, you're welcome to do that.
Okay, I mean, I don't have any questions. Do you?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. So I will ask, what as far as the judging goes, how far in the point system can you go?
So it goes. It also depends. Are we talking about the katas or the fighting?
So we're talking well, so we're talking both kata and fighting.
Okay.
Because like I know in your specifically in your age group that I think the average score is like 9 point or can get up to 9. But I think for the younger, I believe for the younger groups, most it can be. I think the average is like 7.5.
Yeah, so with the katas, they have three different score groups. There's novice, advanced, and black belt. So the novice are scored in sevens, but our average is 7.5. And then for the advanced, it's 8, with the average being 8.5. And then the black belts, they are judged with 9, with the average being 9.5. Now, with the novice and advanced groups, there's often just 3 judges doing the scores. With the black belts, there could be 5 judges. Now, the way it works with 5 judges is they eliminate the highest and lowest score from the 5 judges and then add up the 3 middle scores so they get the most average score. Now, if there is a tie with the 5 judges, they then add up the lowest number, and whoever has the higher lower number wins. If that doesn't break the tie, they then add the highest number. If that still doesn't break it, they do a show of hands, basically where they have the judges have the tied competitors do their kata again. But basically, the way they judge that is they say this guy won or this guy won. So it's basically a vote of hands. And they do the same thing with 3 judges, only that they don't eliminate scores because there's only 3. Now, if it is a tie, they immediately go to show of hands. So
Yeah.
that's how the katas work. Now, with the fighting, which is Kumite and Chambara, the way that works is whoever gets 5 points or whoever has the most points by 2 minutes. So you could have a match that goes on for only 1 minute and the guy wins because he was 5-1, or it could go on for 2 minutes and it could be one guy won because he had 3/2. So,
Yeah.
and it's just now the thing with with the with the fighting stuff is they can only call what they see. So, for example, John, if you're from your angle, and if Johnny was facing me, and if I were to strike right here, could you have seen that?
Yes.
Now, maybe you could have seen that I struck him, but could you have seen maybe if he blocked it or if I actually did hit him?
So what I will say is that, like, obviously I can see that I'm not gonna hit you. Like, I
No, I think you will.
yeah, yeah. Um, so I know, so I can obviously tell, like, that like that you hit him, but I cannot tell, like, how much of a force of it was.
Yeah, so point is you could theoretically see that he got hit, but did he get hit and he blocked it, or did he really actually get hit? You can't. Now the thing is, you have to see and know. So theoretically, if he did get hit, if you yourself did not see he got punched in the chest or kicked in the chest, and I can't call it. So it's like we like to say, we call what we see. If you
Yeah.
saw he got punched in the face, you call it. Now the thing is, they do have excessive force rules. Basically, you can't rock their head, basically, and that includes punches and kicks. Because if you use excessive force, you get penalized for a point. Now, if it goes on for too long, like if the person's being deliberately excessive, then he can be removed from the tournament. Now, it is rare for that to happen, but there have been some cases over the years. Like, I would say there's only like a only happens like once a year, no more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's kind of how it is with the fighting stuff. Because, and I will say it is a lot more complicated with the fighting. Because with the katas, you're just judging their performance, and you think, oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna give them this score, or they're okay. I'll give them that score. With the fighting, it's a lot more complicated because it's more than just who he hit who. There's
Yeah.
like a lot more to it than that. Like you might have to call, did he hit him excessively? Did he hit him with a clean technique? Did he actually hit him from my point of view, or did he block from the other person's point of view?
Now, I
So
do actually have a question.
all right.
Is there like any like favoritism voting?
Uh we we always do say let the best person win, because there is going to be the odds that you might be judging your students. Like I myself, I've judged some of my students, but at the end of the day, I'm judging who I think is winning, who is second, who is third, that sort of deal. Like I'm judging them objectively. So we always try to implement that. We always say, judge what you're seeing, judge what you're calling, and not by who it is, but by what they're doing. Because every school could do, say, the same kata, but every one of them might do it differently, and that's what gives them the higher score. So that's what you're judging. You're just judging their competition. So now, obviously, there you might be you might have a bit of expectation from your students, like say I might know what they're gonna do, or I might expect what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna be saying to myself, how is it gonna perform with everyone else? So that's what they're judging. They're judging just the performance. So yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there's like any like, oh, I'm just gonna vote for you just 'cause I know you.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. And and the thing is, like, everyone is watching. So, like, if something is off, everyone's gonna know. So, because, especially the instructors that are judging with you, because, they've been doing this for a while. They know what is what here. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's like my only question I have.
Well, all right, all right. And that was Johnny with like with this question. Like, I honestly thought that you were going to ask, like, are there any like repercussions if like if you punch too hard?
Yeah. So, yeah, if there is excessive force, like for example, the easiest one to call if there's excessive force is if, say, they get a bloody nose. If there's any blood, the match is over, and the
Yeah,
person who did the hit is out. So now, and obviously for safety reasons, the person that got the bloody nose might not be able to compete either, just because we don't want to risk further injury on that person. But that's one of the examples. Now, the second thing is if, say, they get hit pretty hard and they on their knees and they decide, I don't want to keep going anymore, then
yeah,
that would be their decision and the match would be done. The
yeah,
difference being is that one of them is visual and you can call it because of that. The other one not as visual, so you can't really
yeah,
call. Like for example, when I had a bruised ribs on one occasion and then another occasion, they couldn't really call it off because I didn't even know until after it was done. So those are things you can't entirely call. because it's not visual. Like that's how badly he got hit. So yeah, that's just my take on that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if there is excessive force, then they can be disqualified or at minimum be penalized.
Yeah, I or like I wish, like again, like thankfully we've only run into that issue, like the one time, you know, back in Muncie for the during the season premiere in Muncie, like uh um when that young adult got a bloody nose, and he was obviously you know s- struck out. um so yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, we're about a half hour from the black belt meeting, and things are really starting to pick up here, which is good, because we're also obviously getting that exposure out there about our radio station, and the tower, which you can see a picture of the tower that we're going that we're essentially going to be renting right now on our Facebook page. So you can check it out at thespectrum239.com. So, uh, but yeah, and our planned date, hopefully, is going to be sometime in September or late August. So we're looking forward to officially going on air and all that fun stuff. But yeah, anyways, yeah. Back to the TKA tournament. Here at Concordia Seminary. It actually is a beautiful. First of all, it's a beautiful day. Which I think might also bring out people besides obviously supporting their son or daughter. But uh, and also I find it so cool how it really is a small world, because one of my old program directors from MEE, her daughter and son are actually a part of Legacy.
Ah,
So it's fun to kind of you know it's fun to kind of see them in the stands. um you know um because I mean, like, at the end of the day, yeah, you love competition, or like all radio stations have competition, but like, you all support each other.
yeah.
So
And speaking of the small world sort of deal, the one of the there's actually this guy. His name is Corey. He's a long time martial artist and also a judge at these tournaments. He also works as a truck delivery person who comes and ships parts at the factory that I work at. And there was two occasions where I ran into him at when I was at work, and one of those days was the day before the TKA opener. He was like, "I'm gonna see you at the tournament this weekend." But yeah, I just kind of found it funny. Like, what are the odds I run into someone of the TKA
yeah,
like at the factory I work at?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is kind of, or like, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that really is kind of funny. That it is a small world. Um, like, out there. So, but yeah, and shout out to Starbucks on Lima, that hooked me and Johnny up with our coffee drinks.
Yeah,
And my choker croissant. And just to mention with John's comment about small world, it's a small world but a lot of mystery.
yeah.
Yeah,
Act-
there definitely is a lot of mystery out there.
yeah. Also, a funny fact about like you two use these as like a way to wake yourselves up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The
Yep.
one of the wake up methods that I use at these tournaments is and it's something common like with a lot of black belts, but basically we'll like ask each other, "Can you just slap me in the chest cuz it'll wake me up?" Because it has something to do with like someone else hitting you as opposed to when you hit yourself, that it sort of alerts your brain differently and it like forces you like, whoa, okay, I'm aware of what's going on.
One thing that as a raider I did was just have our one of our raiders just go to a gas station, get 5+ hour energies, and then have each other slap ourselves in the face until we wake up, because we would have to be up. I would have to be up by like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
Well, do you want to elaborate more on who the Raiders are?
So, as we've mentioned, this is at Concordia Seminary. However, at Concordia High School, they have a team from the JRTC program, which I was majorly a part of. And I did Raiders for 3 years. I loved it. It was painful at most times because of like all the rope burns I've had where it legitimately took skin off and stuff. It was brutal, but we would be up by like I'd be up by like 3 o'clock in the morning. Have to get ready and get to school before 6, and then basically be awake until like probably around 9 o'clock at night or 10. So I would be up from 3 in the morning to 10 at night, and I wouldn't get home until like roughly around 11, and I have to take a shower and everything. So I really don't get to bed until like midnight, and I'm just genuinely drained and just want to take everything off. And all the stuff is legitimately heavy. So another way we keep ourselves awake, the leader of the Raiders, Major John Schaefer, which John here actually had an interview with, would shove his boot up our rear ends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which I believe you can probably still you can probably still catch that interview on Wowo or Wowo.com and on past on demand Pat Miller program. So, but yeah, but yeah. Yeah, so we're approaching kind of the last 15 minutes of our broadcast for this to kind of preview what's going on here. I see across from us a bunch of beautiful trophies. Um,
Yee.
you know, which which as always we hope that Will gets to take home at least one of them.
Yeah. And there are occasions where you might not, but the thing I always like to view is just being here, doing my best, and having people supporting me. That's more of a reward than some trophies, because I would rather get second place doing my very best as opposed to getting first place and not trying at all. So
Yeah.
because that has happened on a few occasions where I was the only competitor, and I was just like, this really isn't gonna feel that rewarding, because I like to earn what I'm competing for. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, or like and you might have missed it, but a couple of minutes ago, some of the students from other schools, like they're like, "Ooh, what's going on over here?" And like,
Oh
they
yeah, his name was Orion. He
yeah,
trains in the adult class with me.
yeah.
So
Yep,
yeah.
yep. Yeah, or like which I will go ahead and grab this camera really quick and just kind of do a all right, I'm gonna do a kind of like a 360 to kind of see so we're gonna show you guys everything going on around us. So uh as I said, this is a big this really is a big gymnasium. Um, so, and again, this is it's not free to attend, but it's like very, very, very cheap. It's like $5 to attend. It We're gonna start this at or the tournament starts at 10 a.m. with the black belt starting at a black belt meeting starting at 9:30. And yeah, so which we're happy to be a part of or yeah, we're happy to be a part of this tournament. Um,
Ye.
so and at any point if you missed this podcast, you can watch it again on our website, the spectrum239.com, or even YouTube. So um because yeah, all the video podcasts on Facebook Live are shared on there. So so we're happy to be a part happy to be a part of this. So um, but yeah. So Will, what um do you want to catch everyone up on what's going on?
Right now,
Yes.
uh, not a whole lot has changed other than there are more people coming in, and it's probably there's still going to be more coming in because we still have like 45 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's kind of nice to see that more and more people are coming. I guess the main thing I'm looking forward to is how many and who I'll be competing with in my group. Because
Yeah.
I will say my group is one of the smaller groups at these tournaments, and the bigger groups I would say are the 10 to 11 and the 12 to 13 groups have probably the most amount of students. So just from my experience, so yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that it's probably the easiest to judge the 5 to 6 and the 7 to 8 groups, but then the hardest ones to judge are the 14, 15, and 16, 17 groups because I mean they're just like they're throwing haymakers and they're just like still standing. I'm like, how can they take those punches? And
Yeah.
like, is that just something that's just common with those age groups? They can just take getting sucker punched and adults can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't entirely say so. I think it mostly just comes down to like younger people. They just have so much adrenaline going through them that they're not really caring about getting punched in the face. They don't recognize it until after the fight's over.
Yeah.
Whereas the adults, they're like they're more careful and calculated with what they're doing, so they're more aware if they do get hit in the face. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's just my take on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, yep, exactly. Um, so I do want to share that um so so although I have to skipping Kaduda once we're finished here, I'm gonna download this podcast tonight, and then it should be up on the spectrum239.com and on YouTube by 10 o'clock tonight. So if you miss any part of this podcast, you can check it out on YouTube. You can rewatch it on Facebook or go to our website at
Yeah.
thespectrum239.com.
And in addition, if you're wanting to see some of the actual competitions and all the stuff during the tournament, you can find that on my Facebook page because I do post everything that I do at these tournaments at every single tournament. So yeah.
And as John said, he is leaving, but I'm gonna stay and support him. So
Do you have your own car?
yeah, my mother's.
Ah.
My mother will be picking me up. Don't worry. Or I can walk. It's not that far.
Ah. Depends on where you need to walk though.
Yeah, yeah,
The only busy road I need to cross is Lima.
Huh.
yeah, yeah. Or like it yeah. It really isn't that far. From like from the seminary. So yeah, yeah. Like and also like any pictures that Johnny shares with me, like we'll also share I'll like alongside with Will on our Facebook page throughout the day. So so if you miss so but again, if you're in Fort Wayne or near Fort Wayne, you can get here in the next 45 minutes. Definitely support Will if you can. Yeah, it's only $5 to get a blue bracelet.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, they use the bracelets to sort of basically to
I
identify
know.
who is in what group.
Yeah,
So blue is spectators, and then I believe they have yellow wristbands, and those are for novice, and then the green is for advanced, because it's an easy way for them to identify who's a novice and who's an advanced, because they separate those groups in the competition. So
yeah,
yeah, it's a nice little way of doing that.
yeah,
Makes it a lot easier because all schools have different belt systems. So one colored belt might be considered a novice at that school, but that same belt might be an advanced at another school. So that's why
yeah,
the wristbands are now a nice way to help convert away from that confusion.
yeah, yeah. Coming for cheese until the sandwich on. Sorry, the music across from us is very it's very catchy. They're playing Kung Fu Fighting, a classic song in my book.
It's from the movie Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
And they played Three Doors Down, Superman, which is an all-time classic big hit. Yeah, take my mic, weirdo.
oh, oh, I just I just accidentally bit accidentally bit on the mic. So uh but uh uh but um but but yeah. So um yeah. So um yeah. I'm trying to run down everything. So yeah, at 9:30 is the black belt meeting. We're gonna be live for next at least 5 minutes here. But we want to make sure that that Will can get to his meeting, in time. So that way we have plenty of time to tear down and whatnot. Um, but uh, but anyway, yeah. So um. Yeah. So, you guys have any more thoughts, questions, concerns?
Uh, I guess the only thing I can think of is that hope everything goes really well for everybody here.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely hope so. I definitely hope so too. I know that that Will's gonna do his heart his best. To to make sure that it's a clean cut tournament. I almost said a clean cut fight, but that's not really it. But 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 yeah. So all right. Well, I mean, you guys think this is a good time to wrap up?
I would say so.
Okay, okay. So again, you got 40 minutes until 10 o'clock to support. Come out here at the seminary in the gym to come out and support Will. Only $5 for a blue wristband. Um and uh and and yeah, so we hope everyone does we hope everyone has a great day. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. And, well, I hope that you guys will come check us out at the Disability Expo on Saturday, May 9th. And Johnny wants to grab my mic like a weirdo.
Yeah, so I want to point out this may be like the only time you'll see the cameraman in person. So don't get used to this glamour, ladies, please. I know I'm sexy, but chill out. Keep your pants on.
Are you single or are you taken?
I mean, I'm single. Hit me up. Phone number 260-241-2437. I'm single and ready to mingle.
Okay, all right. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if your mom comes on here and says, Johnny, no women, no women. No, no, okay. Anyway, okay, all right. All right. Well, my dad's here, so he's gonna help me break down. But yeah, so for all of us here at Spectrum 23.9, Spectrum 23.9, thank you for coming out here on Facebook Live and helping us support Will Edwards. And
I'm gonna fight.
yeah, we're gonna fight. We're gonna. Ow.
Yeah,
I,
you don't stand a chance.
I gotta work. So okay. Anyway, yeah. So all right. Yeah. So Will, you want to close it out for us?
Yeah. Hope you all have a good morning.